Hey guys, and welcome back to another video about books. Okay, so this video is mainly about my TBR, but it's also a little bit about my reading journey because I think it will explain why I have so many popular YA books in my TBR. The first time I picked up a book willingly was when I was around 13, and I never thought I would turn into the reader I am today. I was always that kid that complained about reading assignments, and my favorite subject was math. I was good at math, I loved numbers, and every time they made us read, I was like, no. But then it all changed. My friends asked me to go to the movies with them, and I was very excited. It was the first time I had ever gone to a movie theater here in the US, so was super excited. Also, I didn't go with my parents. I was like, I'm so cool. And they took me to watch Breaking Down Part 1. I was lost. I was like, why are all these werewolves and vampires and a baby is being born? And I kept asking my friend, like, oh, what's happening? What's going on? Why did this happen? Why did this? And she's like, oh, this is based off a book. And I was like, a book, you say? So I went to the library. I had no idea there were 4 books. I just told the person at the checkout desk after I got my first library card. I told her, I was like, can I have Twilight? And she gave me the first one. Duh. And after that, I found out that there were more. So I read, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn. And I was obsessed. I became a Twilight. I had posters all over my room. I was Team Edward. I watched all the movies a million times. I was there at the premiere of Breaking Dawn Part 2. I freaked out when Carlisle's head came off so much. So yeah, that's how I started reading. But then after I read Twilight, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna read something else because this is so much fun. And what was all the hype back then was Hunger Games or Divergent. Those were the two big books. Divergent was just becoming a movie. I think the second Hunger Games movie had just come out. I forget the timeline. And I picked Divergent. And I read the first book. And the beginning I liked a lot. I really liked the factions. I was like, wow, this is a whole new world. But once it got to the end, it was kind of rushed and kind of crazy. And I was like, I don't like it. So I was like, maybe it's just like Twilight. So I found fanfiction. I read so much fanfiction. I remember the first fanfic I read, and it was called Awaken. I have my favorite Twilight fanfiction, which is called When in Doubt, Blame the Singer's Girlfriend. I will leave the link to both of these down below. And to some of my favorites, maybe I'll put them too. I have a lot of favorites. I like fanfiction. I think there's some really good authors out there. I kept reading fanfiction until one day I was like, maybe I'll give Harry Potter a chance. And I read Harry Potter. So yeah, I was 14 the first time I read Harry Potter. That's why I feel more nostalgia towards Twilight than to Harry Potter. But I am a bigger fan of Harry Potter now than of Twilight. And yeah, I picked up Harry Potter and I was like, okay, so I just like reading, like it's not just Twilight. I read Harry Potter, then I went to watch the City of Bones movie. So I read the Mortal Instruments, but not all the other ones because I didn't know. Then I think I took a break from reading. Yeah, after the Mortal Instruments, I was kind of overwhelmed. So I went back to reading fanfiction. I think that's what happened. Until in 2017, my friend told me, you should read Percy Jackson. I was like, Percy Jackson, you say? And I picked up Percy Jackson. My book obsession came back, but not super strong. Like I was like, oh, I like reading, I'm gonna keep reading. So I read the 3 Anna and the French Kiss. I read The Land of Stories by Chris Colfer. I read To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Anyways, after that, I think I took a big break from reading until last year. I had never read a mystery before, but then I decided I wanted to read a mystery. So I picked up One of Us is Lying. And then I was like, book obsession is back. I read Little Monsters. I read The Darkest Corners. then I told myself, I'm like, I want a bigger commitment. So I went to the library. I love the library, as you can see, and I picked up Throne of Glass. And after that, I've just been obsessed since last year. It's like a non-stop. I read Throne of Glass, Lunar Chronicles, Shatter Me, Geekerella, Fangirl. So now let's talk about my TBR. Answering these questions that I found on Stories and Spoons. It is a book tag. It's called the TBR book tag, so look it up and let me know your own answers. I use Goodreads. I'm gonna actually leave the link for Goodreads, and that's pretty much how I track all the books. Whenever I want to find a book, I also, my friend, we text each other all the time, like book recommendations. Like our TBR is already endless, and we're like, hey, what about this? And I'm like, I've never heard about it, let me look it up. So yeah, my Goodreads is mainly how I track my TBR. I have print, I have some, but I don't really care if it's print or ebook. I just like reading. So if I can't buy it, I just ask for it online in this library app that I have, Livy, or I go to the library and ask for it. Mostly I just pick at random, but what inspired this video was this nifty little list I made, which was what me and my friend like to call our immediate TBR, like the stuff we want to read right now. So it helps me keep track of what I want to read next and what I want to buy next as done.
In it is Renegades, which I'm finishing, Midnight Sun, Crescent City, Shadow and Bone, Six of Crows, King of Scars. Then I have the whole Shadowhunter family thing. Open Dove, From Blood and Ash, Every Other Weekend, Aurora Rising, Mountain Honeymooners, Percy Jackson. I'm going to read all of them. I'm going to read Percy Jackson, Heroes of Olympus, Magnus Chase, Trials of Apollo, etc., etc. The Curse, So Dark and Lonely, Truly, Truly Devious, The Cruel Prince, Hazelwoods, and For Dead Queens.
This is gonna be funny, guys. I've owned these books for so long and I haven't read them. Oh my god, I forget all the time. They're so nice. And like, oh, I should read these, shouldn't I? I should. Oh my god, I didn't even know they had this on the inside. That's so pretty. The last book I added was actually Heartless by Marissa Meyer because I've become obsessed with her. She's now one of my top favorite authors. Ooh, that'll be The Last Magician. And it's the second one too. Their covers are beautiful. They caught my attention at the store. I had never even heard about them, but I saw them at a Walmart. I saw them and I picked it up. And I was like, oh, I want it. I cleaned out books that I didn't want to read in my TBR the other day, so I don't think I clean it out pretty often. I don't know if I have any that I don't want to read. Oh, A Court of Silver Flames. Like I said, most of my books because they're so popular, but I haven't read them. But I guess I'll go with my favorite little buddy here now. I think this whole video should just be about the Hunger Games. But yeah, I guess this one. Oh, Six of Crows. Six of Crows gets really recommended. Yeah. I think that's the one that gets recommended the most. All of them. I have preference. From Blood and Ash. I'm pretty excited about reading that one. I just ordered it. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I think there's like almost 200. I don't know the exact number. I will insert it once I am editing and I check the amount in Goodreads, but there are a lot. But yeah, that's all for my TBR. If you guys have any other questions, leave them down below and I'll gladly answer them about anything. It doesn't even have to be my TBR. If you guys want a Q&A video where you guys send me some Q's and I tell you some A's, we can do that. So yeah, thanks for watching, and give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you whenever another video goes up, which will be soon, hopefully. We'll see. And I will read Hunger Games sometime before my next birthday. Maybe. I don't know.